FantasyEsque, and welcome back to The Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar Coven. We are picking up with our scholar Yuki Noxa, who has made a trip to the Royal Crypt at Castle Shiba to visit the urn of Zelda Salazar, priestess from the previous generation, who visited our scholar in her dreams. So, as you guys saw in the movie, Yuki went to sleep in the coffin, and then she's not entirely sure whether it was a dream or a message or a mix of both. She's, taking a leap and assuming that the spirits did in fact contact her, and, she's investigating as a result. But we've got some stuff going. Now, we are aware of the fact that Ciri is in a secret marriage with Emmanuel, which the Coven does not condone, of course. When she got engaged with him initially in front of everyone, the Coven encouraged her quite strongly to break it off with him because, he has tainted blood, he's just a soldier, all of those kind of things. This was before consorts came into play, and even then he doesn't count because, he's got tainted blood. He has the rounded ears, which the vampires, they're not a huge fan of. They like keeping the vampiric genes pure with the sharp ears and the glowing eyes. That gives status in society, right? So that's one thing. Now, we also, a few episodes back, saw that Myron came to the crypt to try and vent a little bit over here by the urn of his mother. And, in Myron's mind, he was speaking to no one, like talking in thin air. But obviously, this place is filled with spirits, and the vampiresses in particular know that. So the spirits listened to everything he had to say, and they became aware of Ciri's secret. They were none too pleased, as you might imagine, for the reasons that I said. I mean, they would be against that for the exact same reasons our, coven would be against that. So, collectively, the spirits decided that something had to be done about this. And Lady Zelda was the spirit nominated to reach out to one of the ladies in the current court. And Zelda chose to appear in Yuki's dream to pass on this message and this secret. Now, why did she choose Yuki? Well, she chose Yuki because she is not too sure about taking Ciri's circumstance to her sisters because, as Zelda made it clear, the spirits want this to stop. They are not happy with the relationship between Emmanuel and Ciri whatsoever. I mean, obviously they're married now, but the spirits would like them separated. They don't like whatever's going on there at all. They feel as though Ciri has brought shame onto the bloodline and the family, which is not cool at all. And Zelda thinks that Galaxia and Saphira, as, Ciri's older sisters, might cover for her, which they don't want. They want it solved, not swept under the rug. And that leaves Ciri's cousins, the Queen and Yuki. Now, the Queen, it might not be wise to go to her with this sort of knowledge because, this whole thing with Ciri is a betrayal of the Queen's trust, and the Queen might decide to give her a bit of a harsh punishment. But I don't think the spirits would want to, destroy the coven inside out. I think they would want Ciri saved and this issue, this problem fixed. So that leaves Yuki. Yuki is cousin to Ciri, so they don't feel as though she's gonna sweep this under the rug and she's gonna try and cover for Ciri. She's gonna address the problem, hopefully, in the way that it needs to be. But also, Yuki is part of Aphrodite's council, so she is one of Aphrodite's two closest advisors. And that means that should she come to a decision regarding what is to be done with Ciri and how they can resolve this issue, she's going to be able to influence the Queen into, hopefully taking the right path regarding this. So that's why Yuki's here. Now, obviously, Zelda didn't get time to go into too much detail about this, but she did mention a name. She mentioned the Dravage name. So she said Ciri Dragon should actually be called by another name now. She should be Ciri Dravage. And, she obviously wasn't happy about that. And Yuki, I think, she's a scholar, she's intelligent. I think she's connected the dots, because Ciri has only ever mated with one male. She's bred with one male, and that was Emmanuel Savage. So Yuki's kind of connecting Dragon, Savage, Dravage, assuming that Emmanuel is the mysterious husband that Ciri's ended up with. But also, the coven knows, they got engaged, and they were forced to kind of break up. So now Yuki's realizing that when Ciri said they had indeed broken off the engagement, that wasn't the truth. They hadn't broken off the engagement. They had just, gotten married. So they were no longer engaged because they were married to each other. So that's what's happened in regards to Ciri. And Yuki, she has the suspicions, but it hasn't been confirmed just yet. And she can't rock up to the Creature Cradle and, blurt all this out to Ciri. She needs to find out a little bit more information. So Yuki has decided to come here because, if the spirits told her something, then she's going to go to where the spirits are. But obviously the spirits aren't going to come out necessarily and talk to Yuki or anything like that. They come and go of their own accord. They cannot be summoned, per se. So after paying her respects to Zelda and, just going and being here at the Royal Crypt, she's going to try and find out if anyone else has come here. Because how else would the spirits know? The spirits would know if someone came here with that knowledge. So she's going to chat with Luciano. Oh, never mind. Wrong sim. She's going to chat with Luciano and with... Let's do a friendly introduction. And Blaze. And she's going to ask them who, other than the Coven members, have come to the royal crypt, because she wants to know where this knowledge spread from. Like, who brought this knowledge? Did Ciri come herself, and was she concerned about it? Probably not, because Ciri is a vampiress, and the vampiresses know that the spirits are in a sense alive, and that they kind of roam the castle halls since their urns are here. So the ladies, they would be aware of that, because the ghosts and spirits, they have talked to them in the past. So okay, she's talking to Luciano. Where's Blaze? Blaze, bud? Where the heck is Blaze? I have no clue where Blaze is. Where is he gone? I feel like... Oh, he's down there as well. Okay, excellent. So both the brothers are here. Okay, she is deep in conversation with them. And so she's going to ask about, who else has come to visit the royal crypt. And these two are going to tell her that actually before the queen came to visit with the princesses, they had a visit from Myron Dragon, who is stationed over at the creature cradle, and he came down to the royal crypt and spent quite a bit of time by himself in the crypt before he was joined by Luciano and Blaze in there. So Yuki's not going to mention anything else, I reckon, but that's going to be like okay, that's who brought the secret, that's who brought this piece of knowledge over to the spirits. It was Myron, unintentionally, but Myron was the one. And that also means that Myron is aware of Ciri's marriage and that he is keeping the secret for Ciri. So that's kind of where Yuki needs to go to find out more about this situation and to confirm whether Emmanuel is in fact the husband that they need dealt with. So now she's going to go, she's going to make a surprise trip to the creature cradle and hopefully try and get Myron alone so that she can converse with him about this without alerting Ciri to what's going on. Right, 8 a.m. on Saturday, Yuki has showed up to the creature cradle under the pretense of visiting the toddlers. So her excuse is that the queen wanted a quick update on how the princesses plus the Dragon Sea twins are doing. So she's come over to visit Ciri and make sure the kids are okay and the place is secure, just a routine checkup. But in actuality, she wants to get Myron alone so that she can investigate the message that was left by the ghost of Zelda Salazar in her dreams. So here we go. She's gonna greet Myron. She's gonna keep things casual at first. And also, I don't know why the babies are separated. We have Elaine Dragon down here. And then Elaine's twin, I think, is up here somewhere. Yep. Catherine Dragon is up here. I don't know why the game does that. That is so odd. I think it started with the princesses. Oh my goodness. Well, the kids are starving. Isn't that a surprise? Let's bottle feed the babies. Because, apparently the babies are starving. Oh my goodness. And then come and bottle feed that one. Okay, leave Myron be for now. We have a baby crisis at present. Come on, let's go. But yes, I also think this is kind of like a routine checkup for the babies, the newest babies, to be added to the creature cradle. Our set of dragon twins from Galaxia. So, Yuki, I I have to say, this does break my heart just a little bit, because I know Yuki is never going to have any kids now, and, you know, she didn't even hate children. It was just that, well, our spots got filled up, and I know you guys are going to be really sad, because a bunch of you were hoping that Galaxia would have a boy/boys, and that Yuki would continue the Noxa bloodline, but that's not happening anymore. At least we get this sight of, you know, what Yuki might have been like as a mother, because she certainly isn't gonna be one now. Ah well. She's gonna have plenty of nieces, though. I mean, you think about it. Elaine, the princesses, you know, Catherine. It doesn't show here, but they are kind of nieces, because she's cousins, you know, they're all her nieces, because she's cousins with Aphrodite and Galaxia and Saphira. So they are her cousins' daughters. I know some people go into the whole, like, I don't know, second cousins and such, and you know, once removed, twice removed, I don't know. Like, I don't know how that version of family trees works, because in... Oh, did the baby get fed? I don't know. Even if Ciri did feed the baby, I kind of want to feed the baby again, because I don't trust. I am not sure. Okay, just feed the baby. If the baby gets upset at you, that is fine. Just feed it. But yeah, in Asian families, your niece's children, your cousin's children count as your nieces and your nephews. That's just how it is. We don't do the second, third, fourth cousins and the once, twice removed. That's confusing. They're just our nieces and nephews, if they are cousins. And our cousins kind of count as brothers and sisters as well. So, that's how it works. Okay, wonderful. And then, like, our parents' cousins' kids count as our cousins as well. So, that's just how it works. Okay. Wonderful. But yeah, we don't actually have, at least not in, like, Indian families that I'm aware of, we don't have a word for cousin. We call our male cousins brothers, and we call our female cousins sisters. That's how it works. Okay, well, that's done. That was a bit of a rant. Apologies. But now the kids are fed, and I don't have to freak out. Okay, Myron... I think, actually, we haven't even greeted Ciri, so maybe we should just have a deep conversation with Ciri about, you know, how everything's going, how she's finding the children. They're all fine. They're being raised well. The right stories are being told. Yeah, there we go. Everything seems to be in order. And then she is going to get Myron alone, or she's gonna, you know, tell Ciri that, oh, that's great, I just need to speak to Myron really quickly, and make sure that security in the creature cradle is doing well and fine, so that I can report that back to the queen. So she's actually going to come down here with Myron. She's gonna go down there with Myron, where hopefully they have some privacy, and then she's gonna try and see what she can find out about the true state of the creature cradle, because things appear to be concerning. I hope Ciri doesn't follow us down, because, woman, we need to speak to Myron alone. We need to speak to Myron alone. Are you coming down with us? Because that doesn't help. No, she's not. Excellent. Okay. I was getting a bit worried. I thought we wouldn't have any privacy, but we do. Excellent. So we are alone now. Ciri's up, you know, tending to the kids, so we don't have to worry about her. And now, Yuki is going to... And Myron obviously doesn't know, right? Myron doesn't know what's going on. But Yuki is going to tell him that she is aware of Ciri's secret. She's aware. She knows. Now Myron, he's not saying anything right now because I feel like he's a bit unsure. But Yuki is telling him that, the spirit, the ghost of their mother, Lady Zelda, reached out to her in her dreams and told her that Ciri has taken a husband and that the spirits, the ancestors, are not happy with this at all. That's what Yuki is going to share with Myron. And she's going to say that, the spirits, they want something done about it. But in order for me to do anything, I need to know the true nature of the relationship, and I need you to confirm who the husband is. I mean, he knows he shouldn't be keeping this from the coven anyways, and I think at this point, Myron is starting to have doubts about Emmanuel as well. So Yuki's gonna say, I was told by the ghost of Zelda in my dreams, but nobody else knows, and I haven't shared this with anyone in the coven yet. I haven't decided what needs to be done about it, but I'm the only one who's aware currently. So Myron is going to tell her that, the husband is indeed Commander Emmanuel Savage. So that's going to confirm Yuki's suspicions. That is, the male that she thought, because that's the only candidate that was there. So now she knows. That's confirmed. She's going to thank Myron for sharing that with her. And she's going to ask about further details. I think Myron is going to, confess his concerns about the way Emmanuel's been acting. Like, he's been very strange, and he's been very harsh towards, the Dragon Sea twins, and his own daughters, and has been harsh on Ciri. He's been paranoid about Major. He seems to be sensitive about Major gaining more popularity. And I think Yuki is gonna assure Myron that, Emmanuel Savage will be dealt with, and that if Myron has any concerns about his sister, this is the right thing to do for her. And plus, this is also in line with what the ancestors want. The ancestors are not happy with Ciri and Emmanuel being together, and rather than both of them going down, it's better to, save Ciri now while they can from destroying herself, and doing things that she shouldn't be doing any further. Like, you can't reverse what's already been done, but you can prevent her from doing more damage, kind of thing. So Yuki is gonna now go back to the castle, and she's gonna think about what to do regarding this whole situation. So I guess we'll take it back, and we'll also catch up with the ladies and see what they've been doing while Yuki's been away. Okay, Yuki has finished running her morning errands, and now she is back at Castle Aphrodite. Why don't we take a look at what everyone's up to and maybe start putting in some of their whims to complete. So, we also have we have a broken toilet here, which needs fixed. Where is it? Yep. And we have money to just replace that. Did someone... Who's getting... What? Oh, man! Ray was calling her. I would have answered that. Darn it. Darn it. Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay, Yuki, you need to put this in inventory, and I think she actually has... She's got one more thing that she has to wrap up with. So I would like her to do that. But let's see what everyone else is up to. Now, Saphira is sad. I don't know why. She's feeling hurt by someone. Is it still the queen? She might still be feeling hurt by the queen, actually. Yeah. That's almost gone, though. The queen's all but forgiven her for sitting on the throne. Thank goodness. But let's see. Make a wish from hating children. That's funny. Haha, that's funny. She hates children, but I think maybe she wants to make a wish for the well-being of the children. Or maybe, she wants to wish for the children to grow up quickly, very quickly, so that she doesn't have to deal with them as children. That's probably it. Well, that is probably it. She's probably thinking, oh, please have them grow quickly so that this whole child stage of their lives might be over and done with. It's probably what she's wanting to do. She's also, she was very angry earlier today before Yuki left, and now she's, having a bad time, feeling uncomfortable, and that's because she just keeps pushing herself to be fit and, you know, do strength training and such, but it's stuff she despises. She really does not like her role as champion and stuff she has to do. I think she would be more inclined, even the priestess I feel like she'd have a problem with. I think Saphira is just more inclined towards perhaps the scholar role. Yeah, because she hates wellness and that's something the priestess does. So I think she's more inclined towards that. Maybe when she was younger she would have come into the priestess role quite well, but, you know, she just absolutely dislikes her role as champion, but she has a lot of respect for it, which is why she's doing her best. She tries her hardest to be the best at the role because, I mean, her dedication, I feel like, is part of the reason why she's ended up on the Queen's Council, because, you know, that's a determination she possesses that makes her valuable. So, you know, it's gotten her places to be that strict with herself. Anyways, she wants to wish, so we could do that. Oh, the Queen's getting Galaxia's getting impressed by someone. Is it his sister? Who is she being impressed by? Closer from happy memories. She's impressed by the Queen. Oh, that's so cool, which makes sense because she should be impressed by the Queen. It is the Queen. Now, it's interesting that, yeah, Aphrodite feels awed by Life-Saving Hero about Galaxia, but she also feels hurt by Galaxia. I imagine because, you know, Galaxia, along with Angel, helped to save the Queen when she was on fire in the jungle. But she also feels hurt. And I wonder why that is. I'm not entirely sure. Do you guys know? I don't know. But Galaxia's impressed by the Queen. She has no clue that the Queen even feels that way. Huh. She wants to take a mud bath. That's actually nice. I think she just wants to relax. She wants some downtime. I mean, she did recently give birth to a set of twins, to twin girls. So I think she wants to just, you know, relax. Pregnancy was probably very tough. Okay, our Queen wants to tell an insider story. Yes, I feel as though this is her wanting to connect with, you know, her council members, because they are kind of her insiders, and she does a lot of things under the influence of the people around her. So keeping those connections is quite important for Aphrodite. Okay, Yuki. We don't have any plasma packs, unfortunately. Discuss the best violinist. Yeah, I could see that being a thing that Yuki wants to do. I mean, she does, I think, enjoy music a bit. So, is that one of her traits? Yes, she's a music lover. So, you know, it's just her in her pastime bonding with one of the other members, which I like. And also, what's this? That's my jam. Aw, strange tunes of music. That's cute. Okay, Lady Angel Valerian also wants to make a wish. Oh, that's nice. I feel like, you know what? I actually feel like for Angel, obviously she's aware of Galaxia's feelings about wanting to make Peyton consort, and she couldn't before when she was pregnant, but now that she's had twin daughters, she can. But she hasn't made a move regarding that yet. Like, she hasn't done anything more about it. But I feel like, you know, she probably expressed her thoughts during the event, and Lady Angel heard that. But, you know, Angel also has feelings for Galaxia, so maybe she's hoping that things between her and Galaxia will work out. I feel like that's what her wish would be. It would be a wish for love. Okay, Saphira, let's get you out here. And let's get you making these wishes. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, I always just get them to wish for happiness because gameplay-wise, I don't want the other wishes kind of affecting the household in any way. But, you know, I like thinking that they have different things that they're wishing for. Oh my goodness, she's angry. Where is my happiness? Oh no. Yep. She probably got a feeling from the well that, Oh, I think she got a feeling from the will that things aren't gonna go entirely well. Like the kids aren't gonna be growing up too long. Or maybe that wish just made her realize that there's so many children. There's so many children that are going to be moving into the castle pretty soon. And it's gonna take a long time for all of them to grow up. This place is gonna become the creature cradle in a while. So I think she's not happy about that at all. Okay, Galaxia. Why don't you take a mud bath, honey? Let's come here. Yep, okay, you're starting to whack yourself. You need to relax. You need to just relax and treat yourself a little bit. So let's go have a mud bath. There we go. There we go. Nice. So she's gonna spend some time relaxing. She deserves it, of course. And you know, I said I feel bad for Yuki, but I also feel bad for Galaxia. Why? Even though Galaxia had twin daughters. Well, guys, I feel bad for Galaxia because everyone wanted Galaxia to have a boy. Like, nobody wanted Galaxia to have a daughter, including myself. Nobody wanted Galaxia to have a daughter / daughters, but she did. But I feel like we're not as excited about her having daughters as we would have been if Yuki had daughters, or if the queen had another princess, I feel. So, you know, she worked hard, and she did like a really good job continuing her bloodline, the dragon bloodline, but we're not nearly as impressed as we would have been with another female, so I feel bad for her. You deserve a mud bath, Galaxia. I'm sorry we're all being this way. We don't mean it. We love you. But we love the others a bit more. I'm sorry. Okay. Queenie, I feel like she's gonna go maybe to Saphira, so she can tell her insider story. Yeah, she's gonna tell her insider story to Saphira. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, hold on a second. To Saphira? No, yeah, she would tell her insider story to Saphira, I think. Saphira is one of her 2 insiders. Let's go chat with Saphira. Saphira is supposed to be... She's like the queen's first choice. And then Yuki is the second choice. So, obviously, if she's that close with Saphira, I feel like she would forgive Saphira. If Saphira sat on her throne during an event, especially if it was her first time doing that. So, I think Aphrodite would be lenient. I mean, she relies on her advisors to make decisions, so how can she punish her own council, you know? Yeah. She's chatting with her. She's updating her. You know, sharing her concerns, whatever else, any gossip they have. Okay, wonderful. Now, Yuki would like to discuss the best violinist with someone. So, actually... why don't you go... I mean, Angel's sleeping, but why don't you go chat with Angel? I feel like Angel needs a bit of attention. Chat about... or discuss best violinist. Where is it? With Angel. Let's try and be a bit inclusive. And, yeah, have a bit of downtime, have some nice chit chat with Angel. I mean, I feel like Angel is pretty much one of the vampires at this point. That's what it feels like to me. That she's fit in so well, and the vampiresses, you know, they include her in conversations. They don't treat her like a spellcaster, they treat her like one of their own. The only difference is that, obviously, she can't use vampiric powers and such. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. I haven't seen... I feel like in the beginning it took some of the vampiresses a little bit of time to warm up to Angel, but none of them ever really disliked her, I think. Or treated her terribly. I mean, some of them had questionable reasons for wanting to befriend her in the first place, but, you know, at least they wanted to. For whatever reason, they wanted to. Okay. Let's chat with her a little bit. Come on. What happened to discussing the best violinist? Chop chop. Before she runs away. And I like that some of these vampiresses actually, you know, go up to Angel on their own, rather than Angel seeking them out and feeling like she's trying to force a conversation. No, they go in, they make the effort, and I like that. Okay, Angel wants to make a wish. That's right, we said that she wanted to wish for the success of her and Galaxia's love life. That's right. And it's nighttime. So let's go to the wishing well. We'll wish for happiness. I like using that wish because it doesn't do anything gameplay wise that, you know, I wouldn't be prepped for. It's just like a moodlet. Helps me progress the story, you know, and fulfill their wishes without actually screwing any dynamics over. So that is my go-to wish. That is my go-to. But okay, she's gonna head on down. She's gonna make a wish. Because I think that's Angel's only, I don't know if that would count as a problem. But that's the only thing at the forefront of her mind right now. Is literally this romance that is at a standstill with Galaxia. And we said before that, you know, she, I think we said before that Galaxia, okay, she's having her wish granted somehow. She's hysterical. Oh my goodness. What's this grin spreading across Lady Angel's face? The whispering wishing well has played a devious trick? Well, she's absolutely just hysterically happy. Maybe the wishing well kind of gave her a good sign. You know, she after making her wish, she feels as though things are going to work out. That somehow something is going to work out between her and Galaxia. Fingers crossed, she's going to sleep. She's going to have some great dreams. At least that is the plan. So we'll let her rest up in the happy state that she is in. And we shall, I think, check up on Yuki. Because Yuki's had some time to think to herself. And I feel as though she might have come to a decision. So I'm thinking that, yep, she's going to go chat with the queen. The others are kind of going about doing their own thing. But I feel as though Yuki is going to talk with Aphrodite right now. Let's get Aphrodite to come here. Come and sit down, Aphrodite. Come on, come sit. Yuki's chatting with you. Right, so Yuki is gonna bring a little something up with Aphrodite right now. No. Sit down, sit down. Actually, hold on. We need to prevent them from running off. Okay, she's gonna sit down. She's gonna chat with Aphrodite. And this is what's going through Yuki's mind right now, guys. So, Yuki, after hearing everything that Emmanuel's doing, like what he's acting like with Ciri and the Dragon Sea twins, she feels as though that's very inappropriate, and, you know, his ego's kind of growing a bit. And she feels like they need to knock down his ego a bit, but it might not be the right time to reveal their relationship to others in the coven. I mean, she has to think about what's best for everyone, and she knows that the queen might not react the best. She does get easily annoyed. And who knows how she would take the lie that Ciri has essentially told everyone. So, Yuki's thinking that she needs to bring Emmanuel down a peg without revealing the relationship. And the one thing she can think of is the fact that he sat on the queen's throne. During the throne jubilation, he engaged in inappropriate behavior, which he was yelled at for the queen, but no follow-up punishment has been delivered on that. And we know, of course, the queen forgave Saphira for doing the same thing. But then Saphira is part of the council, so, you know, she's up on that platform anyways. It was the first time. You know, the queen's just forgiven her. Now, Yuki is going to come back here, and she's going to bring this conversation back, and she's going to tell the queen, well, a lot of people were there, a lot of people saw what happened, and while you may be able to forgive Saphira because she is part of your inner council, that is not the same with Emmanuel Savage. He just recently became a commander, and it might not be the right thing to give him that much leniency of, being able to sit on your throne as not even a noble person. I mean, he's a male, and he's just a soldier, even if he is a commander. He doesn't really have rank in the way that these ladies do. So it wasn't okay at all in the least for him to be sitting on the Queen's throne, especially in such a public event. And the Queen needs to make an example of that. Otherwise, people are going to question her authority, and they might get a bit too comfortable breaking the rules. So she's saying that, you've forgiven Saphira, that is fine and well, but an example must be made of Emmanuel Savage. So she's convinced the Queen of that, and it escaped the Queen's attention, but now that Yuki, one of her close advisors, is telling her this, the Queen's thinking, yes, you know what, Emmanuel can take the punishment, for him and Saphira, even though Saphira doesn't really have to be punished according to the Queen. She's forgiven Saphira, she yelled at Saphira in front of everyone, she feels like that's enough embarrassment for her. But the Queen has agreed that Emmanuel will be punished, and to kind of execute that punishment, they're probably going to send Saphira to the Shadow Lair to bring Emmanuel to the castle, because the Queen has decided that Emmanuel is going to be locked up in the castle prison. So Saphira is going to be given a task pretty soon, and she'll be sent to Oasis Springs to bring Emmanuel Savage. And so the soldiers will be without a commander for a while, because their commander is going to be in the vampiric prison. So he's going to bide his time here a little bit. He's going to be made an example of. And hopefully, when the ladies feel as though enough sentence has been served, then he can return to his position at the Shadow Lair and resume his duties as commander. And hopefully by the time he returns, his ego will be brought down a peg, and the soldiers will listen to him, but they will know who the real person in charge is. And obviously this is going to be a big hit to Emmanuel, who's already insecure about Major being popular, and now if this happens, he's going to be really embarrassed. So who knows how he's going to react, but he doesn't really have much choice right now. That's what Yuki's decided to do so far. In regards to what Yuki is going to do concerning Ciri, or how she's going to go about this, does she have any other plans for Emmanuel after that? Or is it just going to end at that? Surely not, right? So we'll have to see how Yuki goes about this, but that is as far as she has thought right now. And that is what she has convinced the Queen of thus far. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.